Did you see the Michigan game? We are bowl eligible. I hope Michigan fans will now stop complaining about Coach Rich Rodriguez.
Really? I'm still not convinced about him.
Then you are a hater. We are bowl eligible, and Rich Rodriguez is an offensive genius.
That would be fine if he were just the offensive coordinator. But he's the head coach of the entire team.
But he is an offensive genius. We score a lot of points.
So what? Crappy teams like Houston, Tulsa and East Carolina score a lot of points. You do realize that if Michigan scores 99 points but the other team scores 100, we still lose.
Yes, but think how exciting that loss would be due to our offense. 99 is a lot of points. You would only score that many points if your coach is an offensive genius.
Are you fucking serious? Holy fuck you are. Okay, what about our defense?
Rich Rodriguez spends his time concentrating on offense and special teams. There aren't enough hours in the day for him to spend his time with defense.
Doesn't that strike you as just a little odd since he is the head coach of the whole team?
No. Rodriguez said he gives his 2 cents worth on defense to the defensive coaches. Which means 98 cents worth of the blame is on the defensive coaches.
But don't you think some 5-star defensive back recruit is going to hear Rodriguez's quotes, think that he doesn't give a rat's ass about defense, and not want to go to Michigan?
If he is a defensive back, that means he is not on offense, and thus cannot help us score more points.
Fuck me with a spoon, you really are not joking. I would rather sandpaper my fucking balls than continue this conversation with you.
That is because you are a hater. You are lucky we are having this conversation in person, and not on the Michigan message board, where I spend all my waking hours, or I would have you banned for being a hater. You probably also read the Detroit Free Press.
Because I'm not convinced about a coach who has had back-to-back losing seasons and fields defenses that would suck even in flag football, I'm a hater?
Yes. Hater.
Can you at least answer my question about the defense?
Hater.
Fine. I'm a hater. And I read the Free Press. And I suck Drew Sharp's dick 3 times a week, twice on Saturdays. Busted. So what do you say to a hater about the defense that our offensive genius coach is putting on the field?
Vince Lombardi could not solve the defensive problems we have. So it is not Rich Rodriguez's fault.
Whose fault is it?
Lloyd Carr. He left the cupboards bare.
But didn't you used to say anyone could go 9-3 with the talent Lloyd Carr had on his teams?
Yes.
So which is it? Did he leave the cupboards bare, or could anybody have won with the talent he had?
It's both. Carr had the greatest talent in the history of recorded sports, and should have won 8 national titles because of it. Then he timed his departure perfectly, so that just as he left, the talent level was worse than Akron.
Holy monkey fuck, you actually believe that?
It's true. I read it online.
Even though Carr's last 4 recruiting classes were ranked number 5, number 6, number 13 and number 12 in the country by Rivals.com?
Hater.
What about all the players who've left the program since Rich Rodriguez took over?
They would have left anyway, or were not good enough to play.
They were not good enough to play on the worst 3 defenses in the history of Michigan's 131 years of playing intercollegiate football.
Hater.
Jesus H. Christ. Is there anything I could tell you to make you at least consider that the jury should still be out on Rodriguez?
No.
What if we lose the rest of the games this year, and also not improve as a team?
But we'll score a lot of points.
And our recruiting starts to suffer.
But we'll score a lot of points.
And he sets the stadium on fire.
But we'll score a lot of points in the burned-out wreckage.
Then he murders Denard Robinson.
He would never do that. Denard is on offense. We need him to score points. And Rich Rodriguez is an offensive genius.
Son of a fucking bitch. Do you realize that if I punched you in the fucking face with a fucking chair then stomped on your fucking head until the Kool-Aid finally poured out of you, the judge would hear the testimony of our conversation and not charge me with a crime?
Hater.
The end. Please check out the M Zone at Michigan Zone.